I'll read from here, because I get distracted by this kind of like... This one's called The Man Who Died in Pursuit of Freedom. And it's about a friend who died. Death changes everything. Love becomes a net through which emotions wriggle, yearning for escape. We forget the concept of pleasure, forget the hunger of waking, the resonance of gravity binding hunter to hunted in the unending symbiosis of opposites. And in Gaza, after the attack, he lays on the ground surrounded by carnage, feeling the doorway to eternity creak open beneath him, no longer capable of feeling pain. He watches dust motes struggle in the sunlight, each one containing a universe of thought, dancing like a leaf, a red kite, fingers of wind tugging against constraint. In such moments of intensity, only the microcosm remains. The mind slams shut, emotional extremities trip switch, thrown to guard against the threat of drowning. Small moments in a chain of triviality, tiny tears that scar the moving dust. Nothing worth noting in a day's passage. Everything and nothing. Too much death makes us contemptuous of life, makes us forget to give thanks for this evolutionary gift, spitting in the face of God with obscene disregard for miracles. A smile requires 15 facial muscles to work in tandem. The human heart beats 130,000 times a day, 1 million times a week. The Greeks acknowledged there were 4 different types of love, and in Gaza he lays on the ground, ebbing away. He will be gone soon. But for now he continues to measure his remaining seconds, watching the sky unravel into dusk, remembering his wife's eyes, weddings, friendships, graduation, family, birth, familiar things, ribboning past instantaneously full circle into time. Agape, philios, eros and praxis. The Greeks acknowledged there were 4 different types of love, and in Gaza he forgets his dreams, forgets his name, forgets dimension and place. The name of his jailer escapes him. Another outcast from paradise, he remembers only philios, the humanity of brothers, his unquenchable longing for home. His body transforms to a garden of chrysanthemums, blossoming freely where once his heart had pumped, their scarlet petals spreading over the earth, leaving no shadow, making no sound. He has become no more than a breath in the mouth of God. Thank you. And the last one I'll do in this set is to lighten the mood slightly. I wrote this. This one is for kind of all women of a certain age. And I include myself in this number. And when I read this to my mother shortly after I'd finished writing it, she was 79 at the time, she said, "Oh yes, I relate to that." It's called Still. When I'm older, even older than today, and people tease me for my lack of crimpling suits and iron hair, waiting for that centennial gram to legitimise my life, I'll still want to know everything. I'll still smoke too many cigarettes, have all-night arguments when nobody gives an inch, and the last word is the byword for singularity of conversation. I'll still wear black leather, show my Gothic cleavage, bodice so tight you could see my heart's blood flow, the Dark One silvering my mouth with his graciousness, proof positive that all vampires never die, because they have a stake in eternity. I'll still believe that beige should only ever be worn by camels, that pink is for virgins, that anything remotely pastel should be burned in hellfire along with all cookbooks. Yes, burn, Delia, burn. Yes. That life really is too short to stuff a mushroom, especially when there's salsa to kick in, red shoes, higher steeples, and I'm feeling keen as a mad dog biting. I'll still flirt outrageously with pretty young men on buses, invite them home sometimes for red wine and breakfast, show them my etchings, watch them dance naked in moonlight, then demonstrate the right moves, which, like riding a bicycle, the woman never forgets. I'll still get drunk, Fall out of telephone boxes. Forget my name at parties because of Glenlivet's Highland excess, and I'll still sing rude songs in the street at 3 a.m. with a rousing chorus that would have everything to do with body parts and midnight fantasies, but nothing whatsoever to do with rugby, football, or any other game which only real men can appreciate. I'll still get turned on by the feel of silk on my skin, leopard-spotted fake fur coats, Mediterranean sun touching me privately, like the lost lover who alone could bring me joy. His kiss a faraway fickle wave rush covering my misfrosted shore. The thought of his face still leaving me heart-scalded. If I live to be 1,000,000, it will never be finished. I still travel in the desert, see pyramids embroidered on lilac dim horizons, watch the dusk settle like a tired song over the sand dunes of Saqqara, come back from the Taklamakan like a fiery ghost, lose my shirt at Kashgar Sunday market with the Uyghur women covered in fur and flowers, selling nomad trinkets, watching their men trade horses, shedding crescent moon smiles below Samarkand's blue mottled Registan, and I'll still want the road to be endless. Yeah, when I'm older, even older than today, and people who do not know me think I should be knitting or baking cakes. Well, I'll still be laughing with Satan, covering my tracks with the light of heaven, and I'll still want to know everything.
More applause, please, for Agnes Meadows. And, I don't think the day is coming any day soon where we'll see you in crimpling and beige, so don't worry. I don't think our next performer either wears much crimpling and beige. Maybe he does privately, who knows? Man of mystery in some respects. He is a man who has offered, like Agnes, a lot to organising poetry as well as writing and performing. He was the man who for 5 years ran the open mic night here every Tuesday, and gave a platform to lots of new and established poets to do their stuff. He's been organising shows at RADA regularly as well. With Dodo Modern Poets, he's been here several times, and he's also come down to Cornwall with us to do 1 or 2 writer shows down there. The shows are fairly tame, but what happened afterwards was sometimes disgraceful, frankly. But we won't go into that now, although John probably will.